during this pandemic, COVID-19 crisis, MTTS planned online classes. And MTTS showed that MTTS is unstoppable. Not even a pandemic can stop MTTS. So, sir, how you arrange this MTTS online classes?
That's really something which I'm really proud of.
Okay.
It's a kind of a completely different dimension to MTTS. Not only that, it also opened a new vista for me in the form of my YouTube channel, so that I can reach out a lot of students. So that way, COVID pandemic has helped me personally. Yeah. See, this one is, people may not believe that when there was a midsummer break, I already started reading about this pandemic. They didn't call it pandemic at the time. This breakout at China, and later in some European country, Italy, I believe. Then I was not sure whether IIT will reopen. So during that break itself, I started sending my students here at IIT some study material in PDF form what I wrote and asked them. And I also arranged for, at that time, Zoom, etc. I did not know. I said we will chat through Skype or Hangout, Google Hangout. So I gave a specific time so that you can come and meet and discuss like we do. Then I started thinking, then if this is going to happen, there is a possibility we may not be able to conduct the summer camps. Then I started looking for, is there any way to do that? Then that's when I started exploring Google Meet. Okay, there is also some other various things. And then Zoom, all free accounts whenever they allow. Well, of course, restrictions though are there. I started experimenting one by one. And I also started experimenting video recording lectures and try to see whether it could be effective. This I tried about 10 years itself, but I didn't succeed. So this time also I did. That didn't work out well for me. Then this conference platforms, then slowly I started understanding. Then I found that the Zoom had the facilities I wanted. When I saw the breakout rooms, immediately the thought occurred to me, very good. That's where I am going to have my discussion rooms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's one thing I wanted. I didn't want to miss it. I did not know how to do that. Then I was start Zoom. I will open some, after each 1 hour class, another 45-minute class. But then, if I want some 5 such rooms, one person cannot create. He can create only one. Then I have to ask somebody else to create another 4. Okay. But there are 3 levels for each one of them. So it was mind boggling. So I did not know how to go about. When I saw breakout room, then I thought, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then moment I considered, then I tried to lecture there and tried to see the recordings. Then I thought we could achieve. Then I also saw the first thing I wanted is hand raise. If they have doubt, what do they do? Then hand raise symbol was not there at Google Meet, etc. Even Microsoft, I don't remember. And that WebEx or something, Cisco. And there was another one or two I tried. I don't remember their names now. None of them had a very good thing. This fellow had. Then I found he also had yes and no. Just then he was introducing. It was not there. If you remove, I don't know whether you remove the first 2 days, we didn't have yes or no in our participants thing in Zoom. Later only it came. But he was, kind of on trial, he was trying it out in some other rooms. Then I thought this is a good one. That's it. Now I can ask, instead of question, we will ask a somewhat binary kind of questions, yes or no kind of thing. Okay. And let's do that way. And the next thing is I found that the quiz kind of thing. Not quiz, what they call?
Poll.
Poll.
Listen.
Okay. Then I tried. Then I understood. Now more or less I knew that whatever facilities I needed, okay, I can get and I can make it the way we want it.
Yes.
Then I called the MTTS trust. Okay, I want to meet. Then I told them we should go online. Okay, and to the best of my knowledge, Zoom seems to be a good one, and we will try it out. So what we did was we tried our meeting in that, our own meeting.
Okay.
Earlier it was always Hangout. Then what I did was I first to see whether how effective we can be, whether MTTS methodology can be brought to this online platform. I said I will give some 3 lectures or 4 lectures to students who had already experienced MTTS. Okay. So what we did is we selected about 5 or 10 students from last year's level 2 batch, level 2 participants. So I gave them some lectures. The reason why I chose somewhat matured people is they had already learned experience MTTS, right? Now, therefore, they can say, no, that we had that kind of facility, we are not getting it. It's not as good as, on-site camp, right? Online camp is not same as on-site camp, etc. So they can come out, and also they are slightly mature, so they can express their thoughts very well. So what we did was we gave 3 lectures like that. I gave 3 lectures, and then extensive feedback. Then what's surprising, all of them said it's almost as good as last year's camp. Okay, then I knew. Okay, now with experience, within 2 or 3 days, we can make everything better. Can you believe? After we decided, within less than a week, we went ahead with online camps.
Very wonderful, sir.
Okay, I know. I'm proud of my team. You see that some of the people who are very, very among what you call technically, they at least they plead that technically we are ignorant or some sort of thing. Like Professor Upadhyaya, Professor Jayantan. Okay, they all picked up very well. At the end of their course, when I visited, I could see they're doing wonderfully well. Okay, the credit also goes to the team. I conceived, but then execution is theirs. They're fantastic.
Yes.
It's something very remarkable in my opinion. In a very short time, they accepted. We all experimented. We immediately plunged into that. Come what may, we'll do that.
That's why, sir, MTTS is unstoppable.
Yes, sir. And as this online things came, that's what we joined MTTS 2020. I mean, we got you, and for that, that YouTube things came, and we are now interviewing. We are here.
No, that way I think COVID has helped us. Okay, see any
in
dimension.
That way.
It is elevated us in a different plane.
Yeah.
Of course, this cannot replace the physical camp. We will continue as soon as things become normal. But this also gives another direction.
Yeah.
In these pandemic days, you are releasing some YouTube videos. So from where did you get this motivation of making YouTube videos?
Oh, that's because, as I said, even before this online courses started, I already experimented. Okay. Using some video recorder, OpenShot, OBS Studio or something, I tried to record and I even released it. I was not happy with that, but it's something. But when I saw Zoom, then I tried on my own. It worked fine. Okay. Even before our MTTS summer camp started, I already started recording. Yeah. Because to go to the story, more than 25 years ago, a lot of teachers and students everywhere, they used to suggest this to me. Sir, why don't we record your lectures? It will be useful to a lot. Only few of us are watching, seeing you, etc. But my way of lecturing in the class is very difficult. You really, if you want to think, you will find it very difficult. You need somebody who is professionally trained to camera. Not one single camera will not be enough because it's highly interactive. And second, you should be educated, you should have some kind of idea about education. Like, wedding photographer cannot do cricket sports photography. You understand? Video shooting. You should know the game. Then only you can tailor yourself to that. So I thought it's very difficult. So I gave up. In fact, NBHM even allowed me some seed money to try it out. But I couldn't think of it. But later when I found Zoom, then I found out I can do that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, sir, on your YouTube videos, you got various comments, right?
Something are not palatable. Yeah. I hope nobody is offended.
So, sir, how audience should use your video lectures?
That's a very good question. See, there are 2 ways. Okay. I put myself, as I said, as a student. Right. Now there is some theorem. Okay, I read from books. My teacher also explained. I didn't understand. Okay, there is some guy called Kumaresan. He seems to explain well. Let me see whether there is a video by him on that topic. Then I may want to watch it. But then I find I am kind of conditioned to standard classroom teaching. I see this guy blabbering something. He does this, he does that, he does that. Okay, he says, now I got a proof. Now you can write a textbook proof. He doesn't even tell me. Or he says, refer to this book or refer to my article, and he leaves it. Then I'm not very sure whether I really benefited from his lecture. Okay. Now what should I do?
Okay.
Then what I should have done is, I should learn something which I already learned through that guy. How does Kumaresan teach something which I have learned? Since I know it very well, let me see. Then you will see how he is teaching. Then you will begin to think like him because you already know the subject. You begin to think like him. Oh, this is the way he thinks. Now you come back to something which you wanted to learn. When you kind of view his lecture on that topic, you will see that you understand much, much better. You also begin to think like him. Okay, that is the idea. Whereas if you are not exposed to this guy's way of teaching, you just jump into something. Hanmanak theorem, here is a lecture. I want to look at it. You won't learn. If any, you will be more confused. Or somebody has said, I love your chaotic way of teaching. Okay, is it chaotic? No, I'm thinking non-linear thinking. Okay, you find it chaotic because you are used to a very systematic way of lecturing. So you have seen it. So you think it's chaotic. For me, it's not. I am thinking very neatly, very nicely in my opinion. Okay, that's fine. There is nothing wrong. That's what I say. Okay, this is the one group. There is a second group. Okay, this is the one which you people should help me. The second group is, okay, I want to learn real analysis, or I want to learn something about group action, or I want to learn something about linear algebra. Okay, then this guy Kumaresan seemed to read his lectures. Okay, now my teacher is teaching continuity. Should I jump to continuity? No. This guy has done from the beginning real number system, LEB, upper bounds, LEB, GLB, various things, argument and property. Then he comes to sequences, then he comes to continuity. So if I want to learn the subject, I should learn it from the beginning. Now, when I learn the subject, is it going to help me in exam? I should not think about. Then what is my purpose? I want to understand the subject. Later, that's why I say that these videos, lectures are no replacement for your regular classroom teaching or a textbook. You should read it. Okay. But once you begin to think like this, you will see textbook reading or your classroom becomes much easier because you will think ahead of your teacher, as many of you do now in MTTS classrooms. Okay. So the correct thing is, to your youngsters, to your juniors, please tell them, okay, just because your teacher started with continuity in metric spaces, don't start. You start from the beginning. You will see how to understand analysis. You do better. The same thing with measure theory. Same thing with whatever I'm going to do. I plan to do almost a lot of things in BSc, MSc level mathematics, all pure subjects, of course. Ask them to learn from the beginning. And the second thing is, do not worry about trying to understand, trying to memorize, keep it in memory. Don't. You go with the way Kumaresan is explaining, just listen. Essentially, he is rewiring your brain. He makes you think. You just go that. Don't worry about, okay, whether I will remember the proof? No. Do you think I can write the proof on my own? No. I may or may not. Don't worry. Do that. After that, you go back to your classroom teaching, classroom notes, whatever you want to do, you do it. You understand that? But if you do something like this, about 15 to 20 videos, you will see that you will begin to enjoy mathematics. You will begin to think mathematics on your own. And you don't need Kumaresan later.
No, sir, we need you.
No. Then you need me means that I fail my game. Okay. In my goal. Okay. So the point is that you have that kind of confidence. You can read anything on your own and learn. Of course, from an expert, if you hear it will be much better. I agree with you. That is what you mean by saying we need you. Okay. It's not that we need you only to understand. No. We need you to see certain nuances, certain significant results, certain things which you may escape by reading or some. Okay. attending some lecture. That's what, in that sense, yes. But in the real true sense, that I should have given the confidence that you can read and understand on your own. And slowly you will also begin to get to subtleties, nuances on your own. That's what should happen. So the best way will be to start from the beginning, okay, and with no utilitarian view, okay. I am not going to pass exam with this, or it will not help me understand my classroom teaching. No, it will happen on its own, but don't put an effort there, okay. Just learn, be with the flow, because slowly you will also, by my way of asking question, my way of attacking problem, my way of doing things, slowly you will also begin to think. Because this is one thing which I keep saying everywhere. Just think in your life, in the first 5 years of life, day one you are born, up to 5 years, let us see. If you think how many things you learn, there will be more than millions and millions of things you learn. How many were taught properly to you? So how did you learn then? You simply learn to mimic your elders. Other human beings which you are doing, you try to mimic. Then without your own thing, you learn. You learn to speak, you learn to put your mouth here, you learn to scratch, you learn various things, you learn everything by simply. So your mom taught you only few things. Say something like mom, say papa, or something, say baito, uto, or some such thing. That's it. But the rest of the things you learn by a pure observation. So if I want my student to think, what should I do then? I should think in front of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I want my student to ask question to understand a problem, what should I do? I should ask problem. So if you notice, that's what I do. So if you keep on following me that way, slowly you will begin to do that. See, one of the students which you showed in Pune camp, when he was appearing for the so-called qualifying examination in PhD course, the interview board, somebody asked some problem. Then he started doing like what I do. If this be the case, this should happen. But if that is, this must happen. But why should it not happen? So let us do this way. Oh, this is where we need the hypothesis. Let me take it. He did it like that. And the interview board, he solved it. More or less. Not 100%. He more or less getting near 85-90%. Then the board said, stop. How did you learn to think like this? Then he said, I learned from a teacher. He said, you got it. Okay. If you allowed you would still ask that kind of question, you will reach it. So you can see that you are not recalling from memory or something. This is the first time you are solving. And you are asking the correct question to solve it. See, he wrote me the very same day. He explained this to me. This happened today in my qualifying exam. That is what happens. This happened, as I said, in the very early days of MTTS. But that's why we said that, we should teach. And it was Professor Santanu who brought out Lebesgue's thing later. Okay. So what I said, Lebesgue has said it earlier. He said that the best way of teaching is to think in front of your students. That's what I had been doing. That's what I had been suggesting.
Yes, sir.
So the video, please suggest to your students, okay? Do not go with any kind of immediate gain kind of attitude. If I do this, will I get it? No. You be part of that, you will see that you change. Yeah. Okay. And second thing which I would suggest is, whenever there is a pass, review, proceed, they should actually stop it. In fact, it will be good. They have some friend, 1 or 2 friends with them, discuss that. Even if they don't have friends, they should stop and they should review. And see, just because of constraint, I don't want to produce, these 60 videos which I produced now, I could have made it 100 videos or 120 videos by breaking into them. Okay. But then that will look artificial just because I want to show the number game. So I take a topic, I want to finish it. Usually it takes about an hour's time, like a classroom teaching. But I would not suggest they should sit and watch at a single sitting. They should watch it at most 20-30 minutes. Whenever there is a correct PRP comes, they should stop it. Okay. Then they should walk around, do something else, Okay, watch some TV, chat with somebody, look at Facebook, do something, and forget it altogether. Next day you look at, or come back and do it later. They should not do at one stretch, because that again will not achieve what I have in mind. I want them to think. In the classroom, I can do that because there is a personal, gravity, which is going to gravitational field, which is going to work on you. That cannot work on video. So please suggest them to start from the beginning, stop at 20-30 minutes period, and review. If necessary, even forget it, come back next day, or later after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, visit again. Okay, that's the best way for them to learn.
And this thinking is not will not be developed in one day. That's what that MTTS is called slow poison.
Yes, you are right. That's why I said it. That's why I said if they watch something like about even 15 such videos, that means about 30 sittings, they can really see the way they think mathematics, the way they read mathematics has changed. I can give it in writing to anybody who does this very, very sincerely.
So, Tamogna, please share the screen. So, these are few comments on your YouTube channel.
Look at this. See, I keep teasing people, as you know, right? This guy says, I'm waiting for next lecture. See, there are two ways of taking. One thing is, he likes it so much, right? So give me one more, right? You like a dish, right? I gave you rasgulla, it was very good. Okay. Or mishti doi, 1 cup, you like it? Give me one more, that kind of thing. So you can take it. But I was trying to tease him. You should even say, it was good. I want one more. Don't you think it would have made me happier? So I was just teasing you. That's why you can see. So you need to wait for a longer time. I think it's a smiley, right? What I have done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have also mentioned in your last comment. Come on. I meant it as a joke.
Yes, I forgot it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Tamogna, show the next picture. Yes,
Aman?
sir. So, yes, sir. Aman Singh wrote that how amazing teacher, never I have ever seen this way teaching. I got it really helpful video. The way of teaching is an inspiration to me, us.
Yeah. What can I say? It's great to see such things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I can't solve the problem from your books. Topology in matrix spaces. How can I solve the problem? Please suggest me, sir. Don't worry. If you can solve about 30% of the problem, be happy. Go ahead with the next section.
Chapter,
concepts, etc. After a while, your success rate will be 80%.
That's very good. Yeah. This I keep saying to all my students also. I think in another comment, I think here only I wrote, well, come on, I can't solve all the problems also by myself. Okay. So don't be discouraged. I think in one of the comments, I think I have written it here, or I might have told somebody. Okay, don't expect me to solve all problems. Even I can't do it. That doesn't mean I'm bad or you're bad. It's all right. We give time, we may be able to do it. But you see, it should not become a fetish. Okay, you should not be obsessed that I should solve everything. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Even the command independent of the point A may make our mind to depend on the point A. Super explanation, sir, through medicine monkey story. Thank you very much, sir.
That's correct. Yeah, sure. All right. It reminds me, this is something slightly different.
Okay.
See, one of the attributes of the so-called God is detachment. That means he's not affected by anything. Okay. So there is a Quran which says this thing. It says that you develop a detachment so much so that, okay, you should be detached from the God himself. Okay. To attain Godhood, he says, okay, you should develop detachment in such a way that you should be detached from God. So you see that indifferent of a point makes you different. It looks something like circuitous catch-22 situation.